Yay! Hello! Oh.
I was going to Rachel there already.
Oh. Thanks for coming along. Oh, I feel like my face is so like red now from just waking up.
Don't look at the state of me. It's like when I know I don't have to like film or do anything, I'm like so chilled, and now I look at myself and I'm like, I should have put a bit of effort in today.
Oh, no. Today I was meant to film a video, but I just haven't, and I haven't bothered with anything, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that today. Like I think I've worn makeup throughout the whole weekend, and normally I put makeup on for like one day, do everything I need to get done, and then not for a while. So my skin now is like suffering. So I was like, right, I'll just take a break. And then now myself, I'm like, oh my god, I look such a mess. Like all day, I'm in like my comfy clothes, my hair's up. Normally it's in a bun, but I just look bald.
Sorry.
So that's why this is.
Oh my god, sorry, I don't know how to turn off the noises on my laptop. Anyway, sorry.
My mum phoned me on FaceTime once while I was on a live, and all you could hear was the massive like Apple ringtone, and I was like, oh no.
Oh dear.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so no, I was up early this morning, and then so I went to bed really late because I stayed up watching Misery with a friend, and then I was up early and I went on a really big walk around a reservoir this morning, and then I just needed a nap. So yeah.
How'd you like Misery?
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah, I really like that. I want to watch it again soon.
Yeah, it's on Netflix until the 28th of Feb. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it popped up saying like, last day to watch this. So yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't read anything since the live yesterday, which is like shocking. I'm on page 118, but it's so good. Like I literally have not made a dent in it. Like I've still got this massive chunk to read, but it's just one, like I said, that you can just fall into. Like I haven't read any of the other books for a while now, but like picking that up, I'm just like, yeah, here we go. But it's like such a fast read as well, considering the size of it. Like I read about 100 pages during the sprint yesterday, so I'm hoping I can get a good chunk of it done. But I am vlogging my experience reading it as well. So yeah, I say that. I've literally filmed the clip of me unboxing it and being like, oh, I'm excited, and then I just haven't done anything. So I think once I hit the page like 200 mark, because I was going to do one every 100 pages, but that'll be a lot of me talking. So I'm like, oh, I'll try and just do it every 200 pages or so. Give a little update, but so good.
Oh, I'm so glad. I can't wait to see your vlog on it.
Oh, I'm going to try and get it up Sunday, but that depends on if I actually sit down and read a good chunk of the book. So it's really going to help me today.
Yeah.
If I can get like 100 pages read during these sprints as well, that would be good.
Yeah.
And then I feel like once I'm like a little bit further in, I'll just want to sit down and like power through.
Yeah, binge it out.
Yeah, definitely. How did you like it, Chloe? I wasn't too keen on the ending. Like I loved it, but like the ending was just a bit like, really? But I don't know. Oh, you've still got Court of Frost and Starlight. Oh, that one's all right. It's like a lot of filler, but like I enjoyed it, I think, more than a lot of people. So
yeah.
Oh. This is really interesting because we do still follow like the same characters. Like you still see what everyone's doing. It's just more focused on Nesta and Cassian.
Ooh.
I never thought I'd like them, but like the start of this book, I'm just like, oh.
No, I really need to read ACOTAR now. Like, I just need to.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you'd love it. The first one, I think, because I read the first one, I think I gave it 4 stars the first time, and then I read A Court of Mist and Fury, and straight away it's like my favorite book, except for the I love it so much. But yeah, I think it's just the fact that you can like fall into it. It's like a bit of fun, but it's also quite serious. But like, there's a really good balance. Plus, it's also smutty, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm gonna hurry in the next sprint then, see if it's on my library app or anything, and then start it maybe. Maybe not today, but
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I love them. Yeah. Basically, I reread Throne of Glass over the weekend, and I was meant to do like a separate vlog for it, and like a spoiler-filled one of my thoughts. And I was basically like 300 pages in or something, and I hadn't even filmed a single clip. So I was like, oh, I'll just put it in my weekly vlog, which is so annoying because I really did want to like do that for my reread, but I think I'm gonna just do a discussion video instead. So I might do that for the rest of them, or I might try and vlog. I'm not sure. But it's like, if I know I've got a sit-down video to film, I'll do it. Whereas a vlog, I'm like, oh, I'll just film a clip tomorrow, and then I read like 100 pages more of my book, and I'm like, oh, why did I do that?
See, when I do like vlogs, I always feel that I just vlog at the most random points, and it's just like not when I'm reading. It's like, oh, I'm decorating a cake, so let's just time lapse this.
Yeah, and mine's always like the last thing at night as well. And I'm like, the only place I can film is in front of my bookshelf. So it literally looks like the exact same thing just over and over again. And I'm like, oh gosh. It's like when I look presentable, I don't vlog. You know, if I have makeup on, I'm like, oh, I'll film a clip later, and then I don't. And then I end up filming like a 20-minute clip of looking like this.
I know what you mean.
Going on the internet now. Like this.
Like, I don't even know what inspired me to vlog watching that film in my last one when I was in bed in my pajamas, like tucked under the duvet.
I love that. You know, I've started that vlog, but I haven't actually. I think I'm like 5-6 minutes in, but I'm really bad at the minute with like starting them because I want them to be in my history. And then if I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, I'll come back to it later. So I genuinely haven't watched YouTube in so long, and I just want to like sit down and just binge it. So I might do that later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you're so invested, you love the characters, you love the storyline, but then there was just like the one little thing where I was like, I'm sure we've kind of seen this before. And I was like, if it had ended any other way, I would have been a bit angry, I think. So
fair enough. I'll go into it prepared now, knowing something about the ending.
Oh no, it's so good. Like, I'm ready for a break from my weekly vlogs. Yeah, that's the thing. I've sort of started doing more weekend vlogs now, and I feel like I vlog a lot more because I'm doing that, because I know like it's less time, so I need to kind of film more. So I think what I'm going to do is during the week I'm going to read, you know, something like this where I do want to vlog it, and do like a dedicated vlog for that book. I think this is probably going to go south. For the minute, I've just sort of decided that I'm going to try and do more weekend vlogs, even if it's like Thursday onwards. I just know from Monday to, well, Thursday morning, like I can't, because I normally have so much uni work to do by Thursday, which is when I teach.
Yeah.
And that I'm like, okay, I'm free, it's fine.
No, what I normally do is like, I'll vlog one week and it'll be like last week's where it's really, really long, and it's like, you know, at least 30 minutes. And then after that, I'll just kind of like forget about vlogging, and they'll get like shorter and shorter, and it's like 9 minutes. I'm like, there's no point from now on.
Yeah, but I love filming them. Like, I love putting it all together, but like, I think, yeah, it's just the motivation at that point where I'm just sat downstairs and I'm like, do I really want to pick up my camera and chat for a while now? Probably not.
Yeah.
Like, no, I need to, because I need something to go up on my channel.
Yeah, because I do a lot of vlogging on my phone, or I do all of it on my phone, and yeah, I always run out of storage, and that I always can't be bothered to sort it out.
I used to do that, literally. I think most of my videos before, well, all of them until I got my new camera, were on my phone. And so all these little clips, like you say, you don't realize, but they just add up. And then I try and film like a full length video on my phone, and it would just take so much storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just such a pain.
Oh yeah, it's definitely inconvenient. Nice.
Hopefully if it works.
Yeah.
But even if I don't do like a dedicated vlog for a certain book in the week, I'll probably just mention that I've read it in that vlog, because I think that just takes a little bit of stress off, knowing that I don't have to do anything extra at the start of the week.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like, and then I can edit my video in those days as well, because I tend to like sit down and edit all in one go, which again takes up so much time. It'd be so much easier for me to just edit as I go, but like I just forget and I'm like, oh no, I need to post it. And then I just have a bit of a nightmare. But hopefully I'll be good.
Yeah. I think I plan to start doing like dedicated like to certain books, especially because in March I'm gonna read Addie LaRue, and so I'll probably do like a vlog for that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel like it'll be easier because I think I mentioned this before, but I've stopped doing wrap-ups because I really don't like filming them. I feel like by the end of the month I've forgotten a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and like I'm just repeating myself. So I feel like if I actually like sit down and film like a discussion video or a vlog, like you say, of me reading it, it's like more of my thoughts as I'm going rather than me trying to like remember back. So I feel like hopefully it'll be better. But I know Rachel did like a vlog style wrap up, and I really like that. But then she was like, yeah, but I hated picking up the camera as soon as I finished the book because like sometimes obviously you don't want to. And I was like, yeah. I'm like trying to figure it out, but hopefully we'll get there.
I'm not too keen on wrap-ups anymore because that's how I did like my just winter favourites video and just kind of put a few of my favourite books in with like a couple of other things that I'm enjoying. But yeah, no, I just can't be bothered to sit down like.
I know, and especially if you've read quite a bit, because I did do mid-month wrap-ups in summer, but then like I wasn't sure when to like stop it and film. Do you know what I mean? Because like I think my best month was like 15 books, but like if I would have done 5 books, then it would be 10 in the next one. So it's like, you know, because you're not sure how much you're actually going to read. It's like, I don't know. I just found it really like stressful, so I've just stopped. I didn't give an explanation for it though. I just stopped posting them.
No, yeah.
I like you say in the weekly vlogs, it's you do kind of talk about your thoughts and stuff anyway. So I feel like worst comes to worst, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not like not necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm reading Pet. I'm going to try and finish it this sprint because I'm about halfway through, and it's quite short. So hopefully,
I want to read it. I'm sure I've seen the audiobook on Script.
Yeah, I'm listening to it as well.
Yeah, I really want to get to that.
Yeah.
But again, so many books, I'm like, oh, I'll save this, then I'll get to it, and then I don't, and I'm like, oh.
I've got like 100 books in my like saved. It's so bad. Like the other day at work, I was just scrolling on Script. I was going through like the recommended sections and just saving like everything it recommended to me. And like I don't plan to get to it just yet, but yeah.
It's nice like to be able to if you wanted to though, because I do like audiobooks, but I feel like because I'm at home constantly, I don't listen to audiobooks anymore because normally it'd be like when I'm going for a walk or, you know, driving to work or whatever. Because I'm not doing that now, I'm like, oh, I don't like just listening to it because then I get a bit like fidgety.
I know.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna pick up Animal Crossing again on my Switch and try and play it whilst listening because I did that the other night and I had a good time.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I really like doing on like dog walks. When I go off and walk the dog and just
yeah,
it's just nice to listen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the thing. I still feel like I don't know. I feel like I just repeat myself. Like in every clip, I'm like, oh, this is about this, and I'm like, yeah, I've already said that.
Oh, I do that all the time.
I leave like 2-3 days between each update, and then I'm like, oh, I can't remember what I said, and then I edit it, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. And I feel like the weekend ones, I always try to read 2 books as well, so I know that I'm gonna be like paying more attention to them. Whereas the week, I feel like I'd just be trying to read like 4 books, and then I'm just like, oh, I'm reading this by the way, and then oh, okay, I'm moving on to this one, and not actually like sitting down and going through it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm chatting a lot.
Okay.
That's
a cool idea.
I really want to do a tier ranking video, but I'm trying to figure out how to put it on.
I was thinking of doing like I saw it on Hayley and Bookland, like tier ranking all the book covers of the books you read in 2020, and so like comparing like how much you like the covers compared to like how much you rated them.
That's so cool.
So
yeah, I was thinking I was gonna do like Lord of the Rings characters or something. Just because like, yeah, I don't want to be like I don't know. I'm just rubbish at coming up with ideas. So like I was like, oh, I could just do that. But who knows if anyone would even watch that, because I feel like it's more boring. But
No, I'd definitely watch it. I love tier ranking videos.
yeah, I do, but I never like sit down and actually watch them. Like I feel like sometimes I will, and I'll go through a phase where all I do is like, oh, I just want to watch them. I feel like because they're such long videos as well, you have to like, sit down for a good chunk of time. And at the minute, I'm just like, my head's all over the place. So I need like shorter videos so that I can actually like watch, comment. I don't know. It's just a bit weird at the minute, but
yeah, definitely.
I'd watch one if you did one. Said I'd watch one if you did one.
Oh yeah, same for you. Yeah.
And Rachel's if she does her wrap up.
Yeah. Do you fancy a sprint at 20 past?
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm not sure if I'll actually read much in this sprint though, because something popped up like right before the live show that I need to sort out. So
That's fine.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It'll give me time to,
Do you want longer for that, or?
It's completely up to you. I don't mind. Half an hour, 45.
45 works. That'd be to 5 past. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to. Then hopefully I can actually read a bit as well, but we'll see.
Yeah, get a big chunk done of mine, hopefully. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, like Pet.
Oh, that's good. I was going to say you'll probably finish it because you read so quickly. Like, I'm jealous.
Especially with the audiobook though, like with that on a faster speed.
Yeah, I can never listen to audiobooks at 2 times the speed if I'm reading along. It has to be like 2.5, maybe even more, depending on what type of book it is. Otherwise, my eyes are going down the page and the book is still up here, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and you like see something happen at the end of the page, and you're like, come on, audiobook, like catch up.
Yeah, exactly. No, it definitely helps though. I feel like if there's an audiobook available on Scribd, I will listen to it as well.
Yeah,
I feel like it just definitely sort of places me in the book and helps me focus, whereas otherwise I'm just like looking around, or if you're cooking or something trying to listen, there's always other stuff going on, so I feel like I don't actually pay attention to it, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, definitely love doing that.
Yeah, I always check, like especially for fantasy or like sci-fi, I don't really read that much of them, so like to help me get through it, I always like just check on like Scribd and then check my like libraries app, and then I just find it helpful to get me through it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I did that with all of Robin Hobb's books, and I still will, because it's just like so much like helpful, like you said, especially at the start when you're in like a new world, a new trilogy. I feel like, have you frozen? How's Emily gone? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad laughing. I feel like she can't leave though, because if she leaves, this live show might end. Are you back?
Am I? Oh no, it's always me.
I was just like plodding along, and I could see like your eyes were closed, and I was like, is she okay? And then I realized, oh, I think she's frozen. Have you frozen again? Okay, I can hear you now. I think you're back. Yeah, this is Chloe's comment there. I was just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, literally. Oh no.
And like 2 of you, but if there's just 2, you're like, oh.
Because it wasn't frozen for me. Like I could see you and hear you all fine, and it was just like, oh.
Oh, like a weirdo then, just like stopping mid-sentence and being like,
oh no.
But yeah, I was basically saying that the audiobooks really help, so
yeah.
That was the gist of it.
Oh god, it happens every stream now, every live sprint, so I'm like, freeze at least 1 point.
It has to happen more.
Just always me.
I'm laughing, and then if it happens to me later, I would be cringing because, yeah.
Oh no. On that note, then.
Yeah.
Tree sprint.
Yeah,
Right,
cool. That's great. Someone has just asked you what you're reading, in case you just want to say quickly.
I'm reading Pet. There you go. All right then.
I am going to turn my camera off because I'm going to disappear for a bit, but
That's
yeah.
fine. See you in a bit. Hello?
I literally read like 5 pages.
Nice. It's still something though.
Yeah, definitely. But like, I'm okay now. I'm in the mood. I just want to sit down and like get a lot of reading done, which is good. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everything's sorted now, which is good. But yeah,
Good. Good.
sorry for disappearing on you.
I ended up reading 53 pages, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, getting there. I think I could finish it in maybe 1 or 2 more sprints. I don't know. I don't want to like say.
Emily, I think you frozen for me again.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Right. That's so annoying.
Is it your Wi-Fi or?
It might be. I'll try and connect to my hotspot and see if that's any better.
Rebecca's just gone. It's done it again. Yeah, Emily froze quite a while earlier as well. I think she's gone again. I never know what to do. She looks so happy though, bless her. Okay, well, Rachel read 40 pages of Rescue Me, which is good. Oh, hi everyone. Oh, bless her. Okay, I can't click on any of the comments or anything either, so I'll try and read through them. Okay. It was literally just me, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun."
Sorry. Like completely crashed.
Oh no, I was just thinking, I don't know how people do live shows by themselves because as soon as you disappeared, I was like,
Oh, hopefully it won't happen anymore.
Oh, it's funny. Rachel's put it's the Rhiannon show. Welcome.
Right. Oh, nice. Well done, well done. I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm so bad at explaining things, but yeah, I really am enjoying it. And it's like just enough of like fantasy-ish elements that like I can still really enjoy it. And because sometimes I find if it's too high fantasy, I'm like scared by it.
Yeah, what is it? Is it a contemporary fantasy?
I think so.
Realism?
Oh god, I think so.
I've never really like looked at the description, but I've always seen it and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. But I've never actually like looked into it. I just know that I want to read it.
Yeah, because the audiobook's only about 5.5 hours long, so bump up the speed a bit and it's not taking too long.
Ooh, that'd be a really good like quick read then.
Yeah, yeah,
I listen at 2 times the speed, so
yeah, same. I also found on Scribd when I was googling, it has the entire Akatar series on there, so who knows?
I'm excited for you to start those.
I wonder what will be on my March TBR then.
The whole series.
Hello, hello.
Rebecca's like having a moment in the comments. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
no.
yeah, I was trying not to laugh, and then I saw Rebecca's comments, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have to stop because you're just making me laugh." But you look so happy in the last one. You literally froze on like the biggest smile.
I guess that's good.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as that one.
That's so funny.
Oh, congrats. That's quite a lot. Oh gosh, I'm jumping. Oh, right. Uh, oh gosh, I assume that's me freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah. My channel, just you.
Yeah, just me being like, hi. To be fair, that's the channel name I would have gone for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I didn't want my name in it because I didn't want people finding my channel.
Oh, fair enough.
But now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe I should have had my name in there, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't ever like use my middle name like Kathleen for anything else. So I was hoping that throwing that in could be a curveball, but
Oh, someone is just in my garden, so I'm going to text Tom
oh,
to tell them to go away. I can literally see my back garden there, and I'm like, oh.
okay then.
Well, it's because we took the puppy out there because I've got a back garden, but then I've got like a bigger back garden, which is basically just like a patch of land. So she's around there because it's basically like a field, but it's full of dog poo or cat poo, one of the other.
Yeah.
And so, because she's not had her injections and stuff, I don't want her running around there if like other dogs are sneaking in there. So I'm like, I'm trying to keep an eye out when I can. So now I'm like neighborhood watch where anything happens, I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, dear. Yeah, my friend's done that before because there's like just a normal gate that's like, you know, waist height at the end of his garden, and it leads onto like a public footpath. And he says that like sometimes he just looks out of his conservatory and there's like some random people in his garden.
Yeah, it's basically here. There's a guy building a house right next to our garden, and he's like taken the trees that would separate both because he wants to build a fence there, which we said fine. But now like there's basically just an empty spot where people can just sort of go in. So like I've seen his kids there before, and I've just been like, who the hell's in my garden? Because like I said, there's like a tiny little like road, the back road, where you have to cross to go into this garden.
Okay.
But it is ours, so every time someone's there, I'm like, do I like kick up a fuss or do I just leave them? Like, we don't use it at the minute. It's just for like the puppy. But obviously, if people are leaving stuff there and like not picking stuff up, then yeah, it's a bit of an issue.
That's fair enough. Wow.
Oh my god, I was reading the comments here, not realizing you'd pinned. So sorry, I will read that. Oh wow. Okay. I haven't registered with the library here yet because I moved away from this house about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
And then now I've moved back, but I moved back just as like the world went to crap, basically.
Yeah.
I haven't really gone. So when everyone's like, oh, I'm using my library, I'm like, oh, I wish. To be fair, I don't think ours is very advanced either.
Oh no.
Not very popular today.
Rebecca.
Have you connected your Bluetooth? Because I have to take like I have to make sure my phone's not on Bluetooth when I'm on lives because otherwise it comes through on my computer. So it might be that.
I'll try that.
Yeah, it's like after my mum FaceTimed me the other day, I was like, okay, I'm just turning it off.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that'll work now.
It doesn't matter. I know Karis does that on our lives as well. Every time she gets a message, it pops up, and I'm like,
yeah. No, but my library, I haven't used it here in a very long time. Because I work in the library that's like by my uni. I'm like clinging onto this as a job, so when I go back, I still have it. Yeah. And so it's like an hour's drive away, so it's not too bad. But I always just use that library there, and I just don't use my local one anymore. So
if you can use it, it's fine though, isn't it? It's not like you haven't got it. It's
yeah, true. Yeah. I love that I can just like reserve so many books and it not cost anything. I mean, I don't think it costs anything right now anyway, but normally.
Yeah, I feel like that would help me out a lot because obviously I tend to just buy stuff without actually being not interested, but like knowing that I won't be reading them straight away. So like if I can get them from the library, I feel like it would just be really handy.
Yeah.
I think I could read more of like different genres because I would try and like branch out a bit more so that because I don't have to buy it, like I said, I can like have a bit of a taste and then if I like it, I'll know then. But
It
yeah,
is just though, like working in the library, because I like return one book and then come back with another 5, and then I just read them for ages.
that's so cool though.
But yeah, like, it's quite funny because all the my colleagues, they sort of like, you know, when they get a book that you've reserved, they'll just like put your name in and leave it in the staff room. But one time, I don't know what inspired it, I got out the McFly biography, and I wasn't in work for like 3 weeks, and it just sat there in the staff room, and everyone was like, "Emily, what are you reading?"
I love that.
Oh dear.
Well done.
Oh, I love Rebecca.
I really need to read that. I know Joe's reading it at the minute as well, and she's like loving it. So I just need to read it. But again, I know I want to like sit down and read, and I want to do like a vlog on it. So at the minute, I haven't got the time for that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I loved it. I listened to the audiobook as well, so that helped because my library had it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got the book, and I think there's a film on Netflix now as well, isn't there, with Lily James that I really want to watch, but I don't watch it until after I've read it. So
It's so good. And I definitely would say it's good for like as an adaptation. I'd say it was really good in that respect as well. So
I love Lily James, so anything with her in, I'm like, oh.
definitely. Yeah. What are you reading?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's the nicest thing. Like, I'm looking out the window now and I'm like, oh, lights.
Oh, I can't wait for like when it's, you know, nicer in the evenings and you can like sit in the garden and
yeah. That's the thing, it's light, but it's still absolutely freezing here. Like the wind, it was storming last night, so I didn't get much sleep, which is why I look like this. And I was out earlier with the pup, and oh my gosh, it's so cold. This is why I'm like in a massive hoodie with a blanket. But I am loving the fact that it's light because normally by this time a few weeks ago it would have been
getting dark,
wouldn't it? So no, definitely nicer. Just makes you feel a lot more motivated, doesn't it? It's like, oh, it's still light. Whereas if it's dark, you're like, oh, I'll just sit down, do nothing, chill.
Yeah, especially when like I was working in the library on those days over winter, like I'd leave my house at 7:20 in the morning when it was dark, and by the time I got home at 5 it was dark, and it was like, well, there's the day gone.
That's like me in work because I work at M&S, and I basically have to get up at 4:30 because my shift starts at 6 in the morning, and in order to travel and everything.
Yeah.
So literally, like you said, getting up at like when it was pitch black, and then coming home really late when it was starting to get dark as well. And on a Sunday, I was doing 8 o'clock starts, so I'd leave the house at like 7:30 when it was still dark, and then I'd finish at 5 when it was dark. It was like, oh my gosh, it's like such a weird thing, but it's crazy, but it's so nice now.
Yeah,
it's lighter.
It's nice to see some sun at work and stuff.
Do you know what? I wish we had the summer that we did last year, or not the summer, because I think it was like right at the start of lockdown for me. It was just so sunny here. It was like 20 odd degrees, and I just had the best time because I was out every single day just reading, living my best life. Oh, I just want
that. So all of them, well, on my phone it said all of them were on as audio except Aka War, which comes out on the 24th or something of February, or it was available to me then. I don't know.
I hate when they do that. I was going to say, I'll try and check mine. I never noticed that. I kind of want to listen to the audiobooks now, but I'm like, I can't do that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go. I'll probably reserve the physical copy from my library as well, like in a bit.
I feel like it'd be such a funny one to listen to, especially Caught a Mist and Fury. Oh yeah, no, I've got all of them.
Oh, okay.
So it must just be that you've like downloaded too much or something.
Yeah, for now. Too binging. But,
I get so excited for some books, and then I'm like, oh, I can't have them. But like most of them, I don't download anymore because I don't leave the house, so I don't need to download them, which is kind of handy. But all of them, all 4 of them. Oh, 4? No, there's a US edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses and a UK one.
Oh.
Don't know what the difference is.
Okay.
Akamath. Oh.
Maybe it was that one. I can't remember. I just
Court of Mist and Fury. Oh no, that's there as well.
Okay.
They're like 20, 23 hours.
I know. I didn't realize how long they were.
Yeah, to be fair, they are quite chunky, but again, like I feel like you just fly through them. So hopefully the audiobook is the same.
Hopefully, yeah. Especially if I can just leave it on in the background.
Yeah, it's definitely that type of book. I feel like you don't really need to be fully there. I feel like you can definitely do other things.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's the thing, because mine is Welsh reader, obviously, but then I want to talk more about films and stuff, and I'm like, if I do that now, I feel like people will get angry at me. I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day, but I was like, I haven't got a middle name, so I can't use anything like that either. They said my first name was too long, so she didn't want to give me a middle name. If anyone has a rebrand idea for me, then.
Well, I'll be trying to think of something now, but I'm really bad at coming up with things. Like, I'm very creative like that.
No, I'm not. That's why I was literally like, yeah. Because when I was looking, people are like, oh, like, in your name, like, you need to say something about you. And obviously I'm Welsh, so I was like, I'm Welsh and I read books. That's cool. And I was like, oh, but I've had that name for like 3-4 years on my socials. And then when I started doing videos about 3 years ago, that's what it was. And then now I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to change it.
Have I frozen again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh no.
I wasn't sure if you were really interested in what I was saying or if you were just like.
Oh dear. Dear me. This is a disaster. I bet it's probably because my brother's playing the Xbox as well next door, so.
Probably. I know the other day I was trying to upload a video on a live and my Wi-Fi was just the worst. So yeah, I'm now trying not to do that.
You go and kick him off.
Yeah. I think Tom's probably on his Xbox as well, actually. But he's bought like a cable, like an Ethernet cable specifically for him because he was taking up so much Wi-Fi I was getting really annoyed.
Oh, I mean, I didn't notice. Oh, I love name. Oh.
That's probably how I looked because we literally took her out and we were like, oh, this will be great because now there's like a bit of a wall there because they've started putting up the fence. And we were like, oh, at least she won't be able to escape. And literally, as soon as we got in there, we realised how many little poos there were. And we were like, what the hell? Because I know cats dig, obviously, because I have a cat. And, like, she's quite good when she does her business. Like, and I'm just like, that's the most random thing. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the mum thought it was, like, one of the neighbours' dogs just escaping. But I was like, there's so many that it's, like, definitely deliberate if they do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, sorry for disgusting you all, but yeah, I'm literally sat here. I feel like an old woman because I've got my cup of tea and my blanket and my book, and I'm just looking out to make sure that people are not coming to my garden.
See, there's someone in our like road though, because we're in like a little close, and there's someone who's like that, and she's right at the bottom. We can like see like all the houses, and she will just like mention something to my parents, like, "Oh, I noticed Emily did this," and I'm like, "Oh."
Oh my gosh, I would hate that.
Oh, yeah,
it was awful in the summer because obviously everyone's out in their gardens and I'm in a terrace house. So like all the gardens you can kind of see into because they're all on a little slope.
Oh yeah.
I can see down and I can see a little bit up, but not like too far. But then the guys that are up here, they're always like, "Hi, you okay?" And I'm literally in like the weirdest clothes because I want a little bit of a tan whilst I can, and I'm like, "Hi."
Oh, yeah, because like my mum, she yeah, so when me and my ex broke up, that was when me and like one of my school friends started like talking again, and he's like a guy, and my mum was like, "Be careful, neighbourhood watch will be out there watching, she'll assume that." I was like, "Oh no." Just like he picked me up in the car and I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, one of my friends, he's actually the same age as me, lives 2 doors down. So we've been best friends for years. But like every time I leave the house or something, he's like, "Oh, I saw you do this today." And I'm like, "That's creepy." He's like, "Oh no, I just happen to like always sort of be by a window or something." And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds really weird." But he's always been like, as soon as we used to get home when I was younger, he'd be at the back door wanting to like go out to the garden and play or something. He's like,
Aw.
I think he's just used to like keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, like stay away.
Aw.
Honestly, lockdown has made me so antisocial. I just like my own space, and I'm like, I don't like people, like you say, looking in. And yeah, I'm like, no, go away. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like it would be strange if I had my full name, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be too worried about like my friends finding it.
Yeah, well, literally the other day, my friend that lives 2 doors down, he messaged me and he was like, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. And I was, you know, when you start getting like, oh God, and I was like, how would you find, because he loves cars and stuff, like that's his thing. He would never ever think about looking up a book channel. And he was like, oh yeah, someone from work told me, because we work in the same place as well.
Yeah.
And he thought I'd told her, but like she's quite new and like I don't really know her that well. But she's my manager's daughter. So I was like, they probably all now know that I have a channel. And I don't know how to feel about it because I was so embarrassed. I'm like, how did they find that? Like, you must be looking for something very specific because I feel like I wouldn't just pop up randomly for people. You know what I mean? And then my cousin the other day, she was like, oh, I didn't know you did videos. I saw your bookshelf tour. And I was like, oh my God. How are people finding me? Like, I think I've gotten to the point now where I don't mind. Like, if people found out, I wouldn't mind. But I feel like I'd want to reach some sort of a substantial following before I told, like, everyone else, like, on other socials. So I was just sat here kind of panicking. And then Tom, bless him, was like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? You do it. It's fine. You enjoy it. And I do, but then I'm like, oh my God, people. And he was like, yeah, but they can be sat at home judging you, but like, what are they doing? And I was like, yeah, that's true. But I just don't get how they found my channel. Or if I put my name there, then that would be even worse. So, I don't know.
Do you want to do a sprint at past? Because I feel like we've been talking a while.
Yeah, we've had a lot of weird tangents.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
We're just like popping up like ha 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 ha.
You're going to be the reason now that Emily turns her camera off.
I'm just never going to have it on. Just have my audio on the whole time. Just have my little icon up.
Well, honestly, if I can come on a live looking like this, then I wouldn't worry about your facial expressions.
No.
I really want to read this book.
Yeah.
Like, I will definitely try and put it on a TBR soon because it's one that I always want look at, and I'm like, I really need to read that, and then I don't. I think I've literally got it. I literally have it in reach.
Oh yeah.
I literally have it.
It's such a good book.
Funky though. It's like 440 pages. But I really need to get to it. I feel like I'd love it because it's about books, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a binder's apprentice. It's just, yeah, that sounds perfect. But
I'm wondering,
I'm going to put it here so that I remember.
It says put it down because of the trigger warnings. What are the trigger warnings? Just because I feel like
I haven't heard anything regarding trigger warnings with that book. I don't think it says anything.
Yeah, it's quite good when like books have it at the front or something. Because I got sent one today and it arrived today, and it has like a page at the beginning and it just says like content warnings, and so it just had bullet points.
Yeah. I found one recently. I can't remember what book it was, but I was really grateful for it. Not that I'm not one that will like look for triggers and stuff. I'll just dive into a book, and if something happens, I'll just be like, oh, okay, but like it's my fault for picking up the book, fine. But I'm quite good with like most stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. I can like handle it basically, but I feel like it is always nice just to have it there in case. Because like you said, if you're recommending it and you don't know about, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can't remember what book it was. But yeah, it did have a little thing at the front, and I was like, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really helpful as well.
Yeah, definitely. I hate that when a book has such small text, you feel like it's just taking you ages to get through.
Yeah, I had that with like Dorian Gray, the picture of Dorian Gray. And like there's one chapter where it kind of like time goes a bit quicker than like the rest of the book. It's quite a few years go by. And it's just like in like block. Like there's no like paragraph breaks or anything. It's just like that for like 2 pages. And I was like, I cannot focus on this. It's just like, and the font was tiny as well. It just wasn't going well.
Oh, another one that I really need to read. I know I said we'd buddy read it, and then I was just like, no, I'm not getting to that yet.
I wasn't too keen.
I'll get to it soon, but I don't know when. Definitely this year, but
yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. So
that's good. Yeah, I really do want to read it. I feel like it's one that I'd really enjoy. Yeah, basically Rachel kindly said that she'd designed some channel art for me. So at the minute we're kind of like,
oh sorry.
Okay. Kind of out what I want to do, but like I'm the least creative person ever. So I've been having a look, but I'm like, I just don't know what vibe I'm going for. Apparently we're rebranding now, which would be great.
Yeah. That's so cool. I love like redesigning my like channel art and stuff, and then like I just keep changing it all the time.
I genuinely cannot create stuff. Like my thumbnails, I'm sort of happy with it now, so I've stuck to it. But anything like my end card or whatever is awful. It's just a thing I did on like Paint or something. Yeah. Like 3 years ago, and I've just kept it because it's fine. But the more I look at it, I'm like, this looks awful, and I just want it to look a bit nicer.
Yeah,
Rachel is a graphic designer.
Yeah, mine's definitely very simple. It's just like red.
I like yours though, and I like that you put it as like a little card, like after your intro.
Oh yeah,
you know, and it moves, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I'm so stupid. I'm actually like, how on earth? Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to put like a little card in with like a little click sound or something.
See, mine didn't take that much like effort. It was I did one picture with like the stars in one place, and then another picture in the other one, and then in iMovie I just like repeated each picture after each other quickly, and then
save it as one video. Then
yeah, and then saved it as video, and then as an intro. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just clueless. Like one day I'm definitely gonna have to sit down and like figure that stuff out, because I hate it that my video doesn't have something like that, because I'm like, hi, welcome to my channel, and then I just get back into it and I'm like, oh, I hate that. I need a little break somewhere.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, I know it's past past again.
That's right. I'll quickly go through these and then
yeah, it's just because if there's a movement outside my window, I automatically like look up, and then I sort of spot things.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is hard, obviously, when you're in like a terrace house, because people are constantly out and about, and because we've got the main road one side and people walking their dogs and stuff, and then we've got the back roads where all of us sort of do our things, like wash our cars and stuff. I'm always like, ooh.
Because like, I'm at the end of like my little close, and there's like a little patch of grass outside my house, and then like big hedges, and there's like a little gap where as kids, like we used to like go through this like gap and find like neighbours around in another road, and but then every now and then you'll be like sat in the lounge looking out, and then some like random people will climb through the hedge, and you're like a fully grown adult going through the hedge, and you're like, who are you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
To be fair, I normally do keep my curtains closed because I don't actually have blinds in this house yet. So like downstairs, most of the time my curtains are closed. But because like I'm here, and if I film, I have the curtains open because, you know, we need that natural light. I always have a look. I sound like such a creep right now.
No, we all do it. I hope so anyway.
I feel like because I'm in like such a small town as well, you tend to know people, but like a lot of people I've seen recently, I don't have a clue who they are, so I'm more like, ooh.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay, that does not mention anything about that on the.
No, I haven't heard that before.
Thank you for letting us know though, because if I mention this now, I will be sure to mention the triggers.
Yeah, bear that in mind. Right. Okay, no. How long do you want to go for?
I don't mind. It's completely up to you.
Do you want another 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's good for me.
Oh.
Hopefully, I will actually get some pages. I really want to get to like 200 pages today, so yeah, that'd be good.
I think that is 45 minutes, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It just seems like so far in the future.
My maths is awful. Every live show I host, I'm like, because I've got a clock there, but I'm trying to like mentally work it out, and you just see like the clogs turning, and I'm like,
Yeah. Right then, enjoy. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How did you do?
I think I read about 30, if my maths is right.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, I just keep getting distracted though. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But, like, I went to make a cup of tea and I'm cold, so I was like, oh, I need something to warm me up.
Oh, nice. I got through 45 pages, and so I've got 14 pages left.
No way! Wow.
So yeah, like tiny bit left, but so
Oh, that's so good.
yeah, it's so good. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, I really need to read it. I think it'll be one where I just like start it and finish it in one day. I feel like because the audiobook's so short as well, I think that's just what
It's definitely easy to do. But yeah, there are, I think, yeah, it's a trigger warning for child abuse as well in this, which I didn't realise. So for anyone watching as well, bear that in mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that was for the binding.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this, but like I really struggle with getting the timer up and getting it to work. I will probably look into that though, because yeah, that makes a bit more sense. But
Yeah,
it's easier for me as well because like you say, you can see it counting down, so you kind of know how much time you have. Whereas sometimes I look up and I'm like, till when are we sprinting? But
yeah.
I'll try and figure it out. But last time I tried, it was a disaster. So
Well, if we do another sprint, then I'll give it a go, but I can't guarantee it'll go well.
it's just easier sometimes as well, isn't it, to just pop something up and leave it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Have fun walking your dog. Wow, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
That always happens to me. I start off knowing exactly where I am, and then I just sort of carry on without realizing then, and then I just kind of forget how many books I read.
I only remembered this time because like it was at a chapter, so I just went back to the start of the chapter.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Nice.
Be hungry.
Yeah, I was thinking that now actually. I was like, oh, I really need to make some tea later, but I don't know what I fancy. I don't know how I've managed to live like by myself for 3 years. Like as soon as I started uni, I honestly don't know how I fed myself.
I know what you mean.
I have the same like meals every single week, but
Yeah.
it's getting me through.
I went through a phase in my first year of uni, and my housemates like still tease me about it to this day. But because I would have like cheese on toast for lunch, and then for dinner, all I'd have would be like chunky chips and like Peronaise sauce, like the spicy onion. And it was a regular thing for like about a month at least. That was my diet.
I know, but like uni food is like so weird. I literally would eat soup every single day. So like people used to take the mick out of me because at lunchtime they knew I'd have a bowl of soup in front of me. But like I loved it, and I still love it. Like I could eat soup all day every day. But yeah, I used to eat that like constantly.
Yeah. It's so easy to do though. Like
Yeah, exactly. And super noodles and pasta and sauce. You know those little sachets that you can just put on the hob. I still love them to this day. Like that's all for lunch, more or less. It's like those because they're only like 50p per packet as well, so it's really cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, I love cheese on toast. I really wanted cheese on toast earlier, but Tom took the grill off, so I couldn't have one.
Oh, that's sad.
I honestly don't get how, where is it? Chloe manages to read so many pages.
I don't get it. It's
Like,
speedy.
what book is it as well, Chloe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I picked up Gemina earlier as well because you were all talking about it, and I was like, oh, I really want to get to this one. So I think next month's TBR is going to be like a very weird one, but like based on all of your recommendations.
Yeah, you could do like a video that's like, oh, you know, TBR inspired by, or like This person chooses my TBR. I was on student, but I feel like I don't. Right, I don't know.
There's too much pressure there.
The idea entices me, but I don't think I could pull it off or anything.
Yeah, definitely. 95 pages. Wow. I still haven't even started those pages yet. So I'm gonna have to read, I think, 200 odd pages before the end of the week, apparently.
Oh.
But I'm not sure if that'll happen. It depends how quickly I finish this one.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 books that are actually on my TBR for the month that I will need to read next week, which should be fine because they're The Great Gatsby, which is quite short, and another like fantasy book. So I'm hoping I'll manage it somehow.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. I just keep picking up books that aren't on my TBR. Like I've read Throne of Glass, that wasn't on there. I'm reading this, that wasn't on there. The Silmarillion I've started, that's not on there. And then I want to read this one, which definitely isn't on there. So I'm just doing a really awful job. I feel like sometimes I hate doing TBR videos because like I'm just such a mood reader. It's annoying, but I do like having a bit of a structure with it.
Yeah, I'm not really sticking to my TBR. I've stuck to most of it, but I mean, one of them for the prompt of like a new author. I was going to buddy read a book with Rebecca, but her copy is in Belfast and she hasn't been able to go back. So I sort of could use this as a new author to me. But a lot of the other books I've been reading, I've just not been on my TBR.
Yeah, I feel like as well though, because I don't really like punish myself, because I used to like add an extra book, but then I just wouldn't read that extra book.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I'm like, there's no point as long as like they're still on my radar, and I'm like, you know, I know that I'm interested in them.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. But it's one of those where like I don't want to force myself to be reading stuff if I want to read something else. So like Throne of Glass, I'm so glad that I picked that up because like I just flew through it. I needed it. It was great.
Yeah.
And now with this one, the same thing. Like it arrived. I don't want to be spoiled. Just want to read it. So I'm reading it.
Oh yeah. No, I think I'm gonna do more mood reads, I think, in the future, because the more I'm doing it, the more I'm like, actually, I prefer this.
Yeah, but like even chatting to you guys on the lives, you always recommend stuff, and I'm like, oh, I really need to read that, but like I can't fit it in.
Yeah, like I'll watch a vlog of someone and they'll read a book, and I'm like, I need to read this right now.
Yeah, exactly. Rachel said, but with a banner for time, with people watching it back, surely they can see when everyone is reading. Yeah. Well, we speak when the time is up as well, so like
that's true.
Surely you can kind of gauge it. Oh, I don't know. I prefer the banners just because it's a lot less stressful and you can just put it in really quickly and shove it up on screen.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Yeah, I also feel strange that like people watch these back, even though I watch reading sprints like when they're not live. I feel like that's just really funny.
Yeah. I've never done actually. Yeah, I've done it once. I've
done it a few times just to get through stuff, but then I feel like at the minute with so much going on anyway, like there's always a live sprint going on. So I would personally think to watch stuff back, but
there's so many on at the moment that you're almost guaranteed to find one on when you want to read.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of handy, but it's annoying if you want to try and schedule some because they're always popping up. Like tonight, I know Rebecca's on India's channel, isn't she? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch theirs. And then Ashley from Frolic Through Fiction literally just posted that was like, I'm doing live reading sprints tonight with Becca and Gavin and all them. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to miss out on that. But then again, like, I'd rather be with, India, Rebecca, all those guys, because like, I feel like it's nice to. Oh, that's something.
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah, I feel like.
Sorry.
Okay, that's so sweet. Tom would never make me a cup of tea. But yeah, I feel like it'll mean more to them if I show up there. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously he has so many followers that like I feel bad now that they're happening the same time because people go to theirs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, I don't know, but they've got like 20,000 subscribers. So I'll be joining India's tonight anyway.
I'm going to hopefully swing by at some point. I don't know if I'm watching anything with my family tonight, but if I'm not.
Yeah, I've got a lot of uni work to do that I forgot about. So I've got an assignment, but it's like split up into like 4 or 5 different parts. So it's like a lot of research, a lot of like reading and condensing information and stuff like that. And I completely forgot about it, but I'm quite last minute anyway with assignments because I need to like feel the pressure to actually get it done. So I might use the sprints tonight to do that. But I really do need to read this before Sunday because my blog needs to go up on Sunday.
Oh, you can do it.
Yeah, if not, I will just skip the weekend reading vlog next week and we can just have the Court of Silver Flames one.
Yeah.
Because I started off being like 2 videos a week, but recently I felt like I have to post 3. I don't know why. But I think it's because I post a weekly reading vlog every week. I want to have like more videos as opposed to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm rambling on a bit.
I definitely feel the same because I was doing like 2 like normal videos a week, and then I put my vlog up and I'm filming one this week, and I'm like, well, I feel like I need to upload another like other video.
Well, I'm uploading one. Well, I have uploaded one, but it's going live tomorrow, and it's basically like going to get my dog. But again, it's one where I haven't really vlogged a lot of like me speaking, so that I think there's like a 10-minute montage of just the dog on her first day, and it's really cute. But I'm like, are people bothered? Like, I don't know.
I am definitely.
Okay, but it's like really chaotic because the first clip I filmed, I realized going to edit it that like I'm out of focus for most of it, and then obviously it was just like a massive montage, and I was like, oh, people are gonna hate this because I'm not like speaking or anything. And then at the end, I'm trying to like speak and show you the dog, but she's like way too hyper, so I'm trying to hold her, and I'm just like this whole clips.
Yeah.
It's just fighting me, so it's just chaos. But yeah, I was debating like posting that or not, and I thought, oh, it's a video and it's cute, and like I want to remember it, so I'll post it. But
yeah,
it's like, oh, but and then I need something Sunday because I posted 2 vlogs, but then the one Sunday is going to be another vlog of me reading this. So like, I'm just stressing, but
yeah.
do you know what? It's like there's no expectation though, is there? It's just like us putting pressure on ourselves, and that's what gets to me. I'm like, who cares if I don't upload a video next week?
Yeah,
I do.
Oh, I'm so bad at actually uploading like on time though. Like I keep telling myself Mondays and Thursdays, and it becomes Tuesdays and Fridays, or like Wednesdays and Saturday, and then
See, mine is meant to be Tuesday, Friday, and possibly Sunday, just so I have like enough time between them all to edit and whatever.
Yeah.
But recently, because I've been doing weekend vlogs and I've not been editing them in time, and it takes ages for my laptop to like process things as well. So they've ended up going on Wednesday. And then I'm like, oh, do I push everything back or not? And then I've just completely messed up my schedule. And some videos I'm too excited for, so I just post them.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
No, I'm definitely the same.
Yeah. But I do kind of need more of a schedule, but like I don't.
Oh, nice. Snacks are great.
I had a packet of Monster Munch.
Nice.
That's why I put my camera off, because I was eating and I was like, no one wants to see that.
Did you see last week's sprints, like afternoon sprints with me and Rebecca, because she had her camera off and I was listening to an audiobook and I was eating, but I felt really awkward if like both our cameras were off.
Yeah.
We sat there like with my giant Watsits, like knowing what to do.
I did that on one sprint as well. I think it was with Karis. And I hadn't eaten anything for like hours. So I went downstairs and got like a massive bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to eat it, but obviously they're quite big crisps, aren't they? So I was trying to like break them in half so I wasn't just like shoving them in my mouth. And I was like, I can't put the camera off because Karis's camera's off. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel so like self-conscious when I'm like eating on like those. Especially
yeah, like no one's watching you because, well, we all should be reading, but like I'm like, oh, if anyone watches this back or if anyone happens to look up and I'm like trying to shove this Dorito,
like what if someone joins right at that point and you're just there like It just scares me. Especially even though like in the last sprint, Rebecca was like sending me videos of me like looking really like dead and like, like if I just look up at the screen, she caught me looking up and I was like
Oh, I love that. To be fair, Rebecca was full on eating potato wedges at the start of our live day, so like we stand.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna have to do that now. Just like you said, a bowl of chips with some sort of sauce and just like munch on those throughout the live because I feel like that'd be so good.
Definitely. Oh, nice.
Is that Rebecca? Is it not?
No, I think. Oh, do I try and look back? Knife 11, never letting go.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That is so good. I'm really hoping that it's one that I will just sort of fly through. But again, because like the first book in a new series, it might take me a bit longer. So we'll see. It looks really cool though. There's some pages of it where there's like illustrations and text. I won't be able to find it now, but I was looking through it and I was like, whoa. Oh yeah, it's like I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, because the first time I read it, I just like physically read it, and then when I reread it in October, I listened to the audiobook as well, and it was really cool with those pages where it like had like effects to make it sound like there were loads of voices and that.
Oh, okay. Is it on Scribd or was it through your library?
I think it was on BorrowBox, but it could be on Scribd. I didn't look. I don't think I just saw it on Scribd and thought, not Scribd, BorrowBox, and thought I'll just reread it.
Oh right, I'll have to have a look. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Oh, cool. I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah, I haven't read it or anything, but I've seen it pop up a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a little conversation going. Oh, I love that feeling in a book though. That is like, yeah, you know it's good, isn't it? You're like, I'm really bad when that happens though, because I start just skim reading the pages. If I get like too worked up, I'm just like, then at the end, I'm back and I'm just like, okay, have I missed anything?
But I love it even though when it's like a reread, because I think Rachel said it was a reread. But yeah, even when it still like gets you excited, it's great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really excited for it now.
Yeah, I really hope you like it.
Readathon for books recommended on lives. Yes, I honestly have quite a few. Yeah, definitely. That'd actually be so good. I might have to do that, just like a week of reading books that have been recommended on lives, such as Binding and Hamnet.
Yeah.
Are you there ready to go?
See, I was doing so well with like my book buying ban, but now I'm doing all these lives. I'm like, oh, I need to buy this, need to buy that.
Literally, January wasn't too bad because a lot of stuff was really cheap, and then it kind of worked out. But this month, oh my days, I already have like 6 or 7 books, and then I've got the An Ember in the Ashes set from Fairy Loot coming, and I bought 2 box sets of The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I'm just really bad. I'll be good for like a few weeks, and then all of a sudden I'm in the mood where I'm just like, I need to buy these now before like they go out of stock or whatever, and then I just like stress buy.
Yeah.
And I know in my last video, in my last haul, I said, oh, obviously February is a shorter month, so I doubt I'll be hauling a lot of books.
Yeah. Didn't go too well. Too much to plan there.
Yeah, but to be fair, like people love book hauls as well. Like I love watching book hauls, and so even though you don't have to be buying books all the time, I do like filming them. Like, I just like I don't need to be buying this many books, but
yeah,
it's the only thing I'm spending my money on at the minute. So
true.
And my pets that are very expensive.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute that you do that.
Oh, I love that. Honestly, she said in her last vlog that they did like a little FaceTime reading party or reading space. And I was like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing.
That is amazing. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice. I can't remember what that was in relation to.
I hate when you've sort of taken too long to answer some stuff and then you go back and you think, oh, I don't know what that was.
But that was nearly 10 minutes ago.
Oh my god. Oh, was it about my dog?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd filmed a lot more as well, and I didn't film anything on my actual camera, so it's all on my phone. So the quality sort of goes from really good to kind of good to like awful, depending on if I'm using the front camera or what. So it's just a mess. I feel like it's a bit of a weird one. It's just like very chaotic throughout the whole thing. So
I can't wait.
like it.
I definitely will like it.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I love just watching stuff like that, but I'm like, are people actually that bothered? Even though I know I'd like watching that. I just feel like my videos aren't as good. Yeah, I love vlogs. I feel like they're some of my favorite videos, like to watch.
Yeah.
I feel it's so nice when I can like dive into a really nice vlog.
Yeah. Do you watch Eden? Like Eden is reading?
No.
Oh, her vlogs. I just love her vlogs.
I'll search her now. As we speak, I literally have Regan from Peru's Project.
Oh.
I've been going through my watch later list this morning, like trying to get through. I think I need to up the speed or something because I never thought of doing that until Rachel mentioned it. I can't remember what it was, but I don't know. I feel like I could never edit my videos the same way after like listening to something sped up. I feel like that just annoy me so much.
So I've started watching sped up, and then the other day I thought I'd look at one of my own videos, sped up, and I was like, what's happening? This is what on earth?
I know. I feel like I feel like I talk fast, but sometimes in my vlogs I don't because I have these weird long pauses, so I cut them out, but then there's still like a little bit of a weird, like, I don't know, like slowness to it. Yeah, I feel like sped up I would just hate myself.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, but
I feel like it's going to be so handy to actually like get to some videos because even though I do like it and I do like, you know, sitting down for however long, like when I'm having lunch or something and watching a video, how nice would it be to be able to watch 2 videos?
I know. Oh, that's all right. Food is priority.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That must be. Did you read all those? Oh no, she said 28 pages, wasn't it? I was gonna say.
Right, I've just subscribed to.
Oh, okay.
I will have a browse later.
Yeah,
I probably won't though, because I need to catch up on a load of other videos.
she just does vlogs, and yeah, they're really cool. They make me laugh. Okay. Bye. That was like 5 minutes ago, so it's probably gone.
Oh, I hope she has a nice evening with her boyfriend anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no! It's literally the prettiest book though, isn't it? Like I literally unboxed it and I was like, wow. So that's definitely going on at next month's TBR. Sorry you buy stuff, but I think £10 for an exclusive edition as well. If that's the one you bought, I think it's money well spent. And if I don't like it, it's fine.
It's worth it.
Exactly. I feel like if I'd spent like £20 on it and I didn't like it, then I'd be really annoyed. But like, I feel like £10 is kind of standard. Plus, it's like a stunning edition. And if I don't like it, I'm sure someone else would absolutely love it. So
yeah. Yeah. Do you have one more sprint in you?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Do you want to do a longer one or a longer? I meant shorter. Shorter.
I was like longer than 45. Don't know if I have the brain capacity for that. I don't mind. It's completely up to you. Are you just planning on finishing out your book, or something else?
Yeah, probably. I think I've got dinner at 6:30, 7:15. So
okay, just do it until when you feel like it. Yeah, and then I'll
maybe half an hour, and then we can chat for a little bit after.
Okay, as long as you're not rushing.
No.
I was going to read 100 pages during these sprints, and so far I haven't. I'm on page 161, so if I can get to 200, but I don't think I will.
Well, we can hope.
at least I've read more than I would have done today because my mind's just been elsewhere. Like I've had the whole morning where I could have sat down and read this book, and I just haven't. So I'm really bad at that at the minute, even though I'm loving it. It's one of those where I think if I pick it up, I will just read nonstop. So
Yeah.
I'm like trying not to because I kind of want to take my time with it. But
I know what you mean.
right, I'll stop talking now. So.
Cool. Well, I said I was going to try the timer, but I don't think I can cope.
No, it's fine. Right, see you in a bit.
Hello. So I feel like that was very sudden. Hello. I didn't really think about that.
No, I did literally look at the clock as it turned, but I'm like just near a chapter break, so I was like, oh, I could get there, but I couldn't get there.
Oh, sorry.
I did make it to page 200 though, so I'm this much now. I've still got this massive chunk to go. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'm guessing you finished the book.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Good.
I'm trying to think because for every book that I finish this year, I'm trying to like make a playlist of songs that like go with each book, and now I'm trying to think of a song that can go for that, but I don't know.
Ooh, that's cool though.
Yeah, it'd be cool to like. What I want to do is at the end of the year, just like press shuffle and see if I can guess which songs go with which book.
That'd be cool. I like that.
Yeah, some of them are easy. Like when I was reading the Horrible Histories books, the Egyptian one, I just put like "walk like an Egyptian."
I love it. So I just realised my forehead looks very shiny. It's the light right in my head.
Sometimes.
Like a massive shiny forehead, but yeah.
Back from. Yeah, it's not the nicest weather today, I must say.
I'm just still freezing. Like, oh, I can't wait for the heating to come on now.
Yeah, I'll probably need like a hot water bottle tonight to go to bed.
Yeah, I should have had one with me this afternoon, to be fair, but I didn't think about it.
I always forget, and then my mum's like, "I'm making one. Do you want one?" I'm like, "Yes."
Oh, yeah, Tom does that because I bought a hot water bottle for me, and then I never used it because he had it 24/7. So I bought one for him for his birthday, one of those like really long ones that look really funny.
Yeah.
And now when he makes his, I'm like,
me too. Yeah.
So nice. So you don't realize like how nice it is sometimes to just have something warm.
Yeah, I love it now.
I
I don't realize how.
Oh, you've frozen for me again. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just saying that like I didn't realize how cold I got at night until I started using hot water bottle, and then now I need it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? As soon as you start, you sort of realize how cold you are. But like earlier, I was walking around the house in a t-shirt, and I was like, "Oh, do you know what? I'll just put my hoodie on." And then as soon as I put my hoodie on, I was like, "Oh my god, it's so cold," because I hadn't realized. And now I'm like, "Oh." But now I recently bought like a really thick duvet as well, so that's so nice. At least in the morning now, it doesn't make me want to get out of bed because I'm like, "Oh,
so snuggly."
yeah."
That's okay. We're probably going to finish very, very soon, but thanks for covering anyway. I think that was just at the start of the sprint, so.
Yeah, I didn't realise that it's like 6:20. To be fair though, I did basically miss the whole first sprint, which I'm annoyed about, but yeah, because I was annoyed that I hadn't read 100 pages today, but I've missed like a 45-minute sprint, so that is why.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sorry?
There's sprints later as well, so.
Yeah, exactly. But I do really need to like get a start on this uni work, because otherwise I'll put it off till Sunday, and then Sunday I will be stressing, which happens every time, no matter how much I'm trying to prepare. The last minute thing just, yeah. Tom and I are both the same as well, which is really annoying. It's like we both sort of need it to be as last minute as possible before we actually just like do what we need to write. It's not good.
So bad at like being last minute, and so much so that, like with uni, especially group work, like I cannot be the one responsible for submitting it, because in first year we had like, it was like our first group coursework, and I said I'd do it, and it had to be in by 4, and at like 3:58 I was like, oh my god, I haven't done it. So I was like quickly uploading all these big files. I was like, please, please, please. I got in like with 1 minute to spare. I was like, I'm never doing this again, guys. You can't trust me.
It stressed me out so much. I know at the start of this year we had like a group project, and everyone had to do their own bit on like Google Docs and stuff. And it was like your own voice recordings, and then we'd have to put it all together and submit it. And I just hated it because they'd basically finished, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't even started. And then it was like pressure on me for the fact that I need to get it done because they need me to get it done, and it's not just on my head this time. So I was like, yeah, I don't like that. With my dissertation, I was like way ahead with that. I think by like Christmas time, I sort of knew where I was going. I'd written like the first, I think, 1 or 2 sections of it. And then again after Christmas, because I'd had such a good start, I just didn't do anything. And then last minute I was like, I just can't. Like, if I know I've got the time, I just won't, which is really annoying. So don't do that.
Hello.
That, but I've literally read, what, 80 pages since our live yesterday.
That's still really good though.
Yeah, I don't know why I've been in such a weird mood this morning. It's like I just haven't sat down and read it. I wanted to, but I'm like, oh, I'll just do this, and then I'll just like clean the conservatory or something. But yeah, I do want to make like a good chunk tonight. I think I'll probably try and read like another 100 pages at least. So I'm sticking to that. I've said it. It's out in the world.
I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, and then watch on my live tomorrow night. I'll be like, I'm on page 200.
Wow. That's impressive. Whoa. So nearly there. So nearly there.
That's crazy that you can read that many pages in half an hour.
I know. That's insane.
So it'll take you exactly half an hour to finish it now. If you read page 3 in that.
Go do that now.
Yeah. I love
that. I feel so excited for everyone, even though like I haven't read any of them. I'm just still getting excited.
To be fair, I didn't think I'd be as excited as I am. Like when this arrived, I like lost my shit. Sorry, swearing. But like, I'd never really been like, obviously I'd pre-ordered it, but I was like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. But I think it was because everyone else was just so excited, and then as soon as it got here and I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm going to be like that for Adi LaRue, because I'm going to buy it to. Oh, it's so pretty.
Such a good book. Oh. Yeah, and it's so pretty. It's just, I love it. I can't wait to see what you think of that.
I'll probably vlog literally everything. It'll be such a long vlog, but
people want it.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't know there were like little things.
I think there's 3 in total. I think there's like 0.5, 1.5, and then 3.5.
Oh, okay. But if it's on Kindle, that's fine. I'll just buy it.
I think it was free. Last time
You don't need to read them, do you? I probably will, just because, why not? But
yeah,
I don't know about that. I've never heard
about that. But my edition of the 3rd one had the like bonus like extra story at the end. It was called Snowscape, and so I thought I'd check if there were any others. And I'm pretty sure at the time it was at least like maximum £1 on Kindle for the other ones.
This is huge. This is like 640 pages.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't want to like skip to the end in case I see something. I don't think it has this in it. It doesn't say anywhere.
All right.
But like I said, I bought these a while ago, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I read 0. Nice.
Classic Rebecca.
At least you're doing uni work.
That's fair enough if you're doing uni work. I definitely need to do some. I keep forgetting that I'm actually at uni still, because obviously I'm on placement and stuff, and I do work for the school and the teaching aspect. I'm like, oh, I've got an assignment due in. Damn. Yeah, I did one the other week, and then I've got this one now.
Nice. Yeah, it seems to be everyone's.
So good. I think I just like the sort of, it's not historical, but because you do sort of see past and present, it's just really interesting.
I'm really curious. Like the more I think about it, because at first I was not bothered about it because it's not my sort of thing normally, and I was just happy to like miss out on the hype. But then now that I've decided to read it, I'm now getting more and more excited that I'm just like, ah.
When I first started it, it's not that I wasn't like enjoying it because I loved it, but it was weird. I feel like because it's very different to what V Schwab's done before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I was just hesitant. I wasn't sure where it was going to go. And then even I think at like 3/4 of the way through, I was like, how is this going to wrap up? How is it going to play out?
Yeah.
And yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, such a good book.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll get to that.
So I think one is more on like Viola and her point of view, because they're all like in Todd's point of view, whereas I think one of them is from her like before she comes into the story.
Okay.
I think.
I know nothing about this series or anything. I'm just diving into it like not knowing anything.
Yeah, I was trying to like say it without spoiling anything.
It's fine. I'm honestly, I've realized lately I don't mind being spoiled. Like with some stuff, I'm like, come on, like try not to spoil me. But if you were to say something for this, I wouldn't mind. Like, I've watched a lot of like adaptations of books as well, and I feel like that kind of helps me sometimes. And then you can compare, which I feel like is cool. So I'm excited to see what this adaptation is like, because obviously I haven't watched the trailer or anything. I'm just no, because I was like, I don't want to, just in case. But yeah, I'm very excited for the film.
Like Patrick Ness is such like my favorite author. I was going to do like a little reaction video to the trailer, and then I just got too excited. I just watched it like twice before realizing, oh, I was going to film this.
I love that. I would hate myself reacting to something because, like you say, I get way too like into it where I'd be like, oh, and then I'd be like, oh, that looks awful.
I feel like I'd be so like just blank face. I'd just be like staring at it like.
Can you imagine just? I've got such a resting bitch face as well. Like that would be awful.
Hello, Sammy. Hi. This is my friend from like home.
Oh, hi.
I've literally known her all my life, so it's like 20 years now.
Oh wow! Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's like me and my friend down the road that I was chatting about.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Not that I know what that is about, but it's fine.
Oh, I really want to know what you think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just focus on that this weekend because hopefully, like I said, I'm being very ambitious that I'm gonna finish this in what, a day, 2 days. I give myself Sunday off, but yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. But I get very determined with things like this. I think I read Crescent City in like 2 days.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got very into it, and it was in my old flat as well. So like, I couldn't really go on telly because Tom had his Xbox and stuff. So if he was playing on it, I just like sit down and read, and I literally read, I think about 400 pages in one sitting. I was like so into it. Yeah, I know. I don't know how I managed to read so much whilst at uni because like I shouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
I think back and I'm like, how did I manage to read I think 8 or 9 books in January last year of my final year? Like that should not be happening.
Bad.
Yeah, but
oh yes, my wife. We had a wedding when we were younger because there's like an amazing picture of us like dressed up in like white.
Oh, I love that.
I could easily find a picture, but I don't embarrass her. I don't embarrass me either. It was pretty embarrassing, but
oh, I love that. That's so cute.
yeah. Right. Well, it's past now, and I feel like my parents might be waiting for dinner, but
yeah, I'm literally waiting for my tea now. I'll go make it. But I didn't. With the experience, I don't realize how long they go on for because, like you said, it's like you don't realize that you've been sat down reading for that long. But like been on here for 3.5 hours.
I
which
know.
is-
It's crazy.
I mean, I skipped out on 45 minutes, but we're just going to ignore that.
Especially with the like longer sprints. If it's like half an hour or even like 20 minutes and you do 3, it's like not that long. But then it still feels like the same length of time if it's 45 minutes.
That's why I kind of like doing the longer ones. And like I said, it always gives you that little bit of time. Like if you want to go and make a cup of tea or get something to eat, you still kind of have like half an hour then to just sit down and focus. So that's why I kind of like that. But if I'm not in the mood, like I will just get distracted. So it kind of pros and cons.
Definitely. Yeah.
But if it makes you happy, why bother? Because that was me. I just thought, Plus, actually, my third year was very interrupted by COVID. Very rudely interrupted, I should have said, by COVID. So I think from March onwards, I was just like, whatever. I had essays come through every now and again, and then I'd send them off, and then I'd just read. So
yeah, I did so little uni work last semester. It was.
It's so bad, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. I'm lucky because I was basically on a first in my last semester between all the essays and the exams. And so I think they were kind of like, oh, okay, she's on that, it's fine. Because I got a first overall.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think I would have done though, had it not been for COVID, which sounds bad. But the second half of the year was going to be all the modules that I wasn't good at. It was a lot of like translation stuff and grammar and stuff like that, which like I'm not the best at. So I feel like it definitely helped me, which is kind of, but like kind of not.
It's the same because I do business and we had like a finance module that we had to do, and I wouldn't have been able to like even pass it if like we didn't have 24 hours to do the exam. Because it was meant to be a 2-hour exam, and we had a 24-hour period to submit it. And I stayed. I think I stared at my screen for like 12 hours straight, just trying to do this finance exam. It was awful.
That was crazy. See, all of our exams were basically cancelled because I feel like our lecturers are too old to kind of get technology. Because obviously, I did Welsh, for anyone wondering, and a lot of our lecturers were older, and they can barely do Zoom meetings. So imagine them trying to schedule exams and stuff, like it was not happening. So they were literally like, okay, we just won't do this, just send us a 500-word essay on this. And I'd be like, yes. That's basically how I managed it. I should have got a 2-1, I think, but
well, take it.
I am literally, I'm like, yes. But I think
that was about my wedding.
That's so funny.
And you all for joining. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you. I think, like I said, I'll probably make tea, do a bit of uni work, and then hopefully read this. Or I might read a bit of this first so that I actually do, and then do uni work, which I probably won't.
I think I'm going to eat dinner quickly and then hopefully come back for India sprints.
Yeah. I think I'll have them on in the background at least. So like I did that with Rachel's the other week where like I barely read anything, but I had them on because it was nice just to hear them chat and stuff. When they were sprinting, I was like cooking or cleaning or whatever. God, I sound like a proper housewife there. It was that day, everything was chaotic, so I just didn't get reading done.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Rebecca gets something.
Right, well, thank you everyone joining. Thank you, Rhiannon, for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me. Sorry I disappeared, like I said, for the first sprint.
That's okay.
Of course, something popped up when I had something going on. It's fine. Yeah, I had a really good afternoon, actually, even though I didn't manage to read as much as I would like, but I'm glad that I've reached the 200-page mark now, so definitely helped. Thank you guys for chatting to us. It always makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, thank you. And yeah, well, I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you. Bye.